Hey everybody, thanks for clicking that thumbnail and hope you enjoyed the video. And today we're doing a odds and ends video. So it's a Habs odds and ends. It's all kinds of different things, small stories. And today I'm going to do, they recently, a few of the places where I read different stories, like Habs magazines online, I guess that's what you call them. They both, two or three of them put out a list of the Habs top 25 players under 25 years old. I have on the board the top 15, and I'm going to give my picks for the top 10, and we'll do that at the end of the video. And before we get into that, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, or you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring that notifications bell. Going to get you your daily fix of Bleu, Blanc, Rouge. Let's get into the video. So first off, there is a sad story, and that is that former GM of the Colorado Avalanche, and I'm not sure of the Quebec Nordiques as they moved or not, but Pierre Lacroix has passed away, and that was on Sunday. I'm filming this on Tuesday, and he passed away from complications due to COVID-19, so that's pretty sad. My thoughts go out to the family of Pierre Lacroix and his friends and players that, like I know Patrick Roy is pretty tightly associated with him. I think he might have been discovered by Pierre Lacroix, or he was his agent, something like that. He was a former player agent. Anyway, very sad. Apparently he was a really nice guy, and very sad that COVID-19 got him. On a little bit better note, Guy Lapointe. Guy Lapointe, let me read my thing. Guy Lapointe's cancer is in remission. So his son announced this on Twitter just, I think, 2 days ago. So Lapointe announced his diagnosis, though, about a year ago. And I was reading a little bit, and apparently that's very quick that, that he is in remission after like a year. So he is also a six-time Stanley Cup winner with Montreal. He's a member of Montreal's Big Three of the 70s. He is a Hockey Hall of Famer, and his number 5 was retired in 2014. And I want to say, along with Boom Boom Geoffrion, because I think Geoffrion was number 5, and they did the double. That's what's in my head. I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. Next up, Jeff Petrie. Jeff Petrie turned 33 on December 9th, so that's a happy story. He'll be here another 5 years as he signed an extension to his contract, so I guess he'll be 38 when he's done here, unless they move him on. I don't think they will. Great defenseman. Important here, a steady, solid, steady point getter. And yeah, Jeff Petrie, 33 years old. I think I'm losing my microphone. So I'm going to put on pause for a sec and fix that. We'll see if that worked. The microphone is right here under my shirt, and you stick it on with tape, and you can use the tape a couple of times. I think I'm on my third time with this, and maybe I should have redone another one. But if I have to pause again, I'll do it over again. Anyway, don't know why I'm explaining all that to you. I should have just edited it, but I don't edit. So here we go. We were at number 4, St. Louis and Minnesota have switched divisions in the new alignment. Now, if you watched my videos, I did a prediction of how all the teams will finish with the new alignments. Minnesota went from the west, in my video it was west, or I guess the Pacific, over to the central, and St. Louis went from the central to the Pacific, and that is the change. So if anybody didn't hear that yet, there you go. Let me see, what number was that? Yeah, I announced that. Okay, number 5, Caulfield. So Cole Caulfield, Caden Gooley, and Jan Mysak. Those are Montreal Canadiens prospects. They're all going to be at the World Junior Championship. Cole Caulfield will be there with the U.S. team. He's apparently going to be on the top scoring line. Caden Gooley with Canada, and he will be on the third pairing defense. And Jan Mysak with the Czech team. Apparently talent is a little thin over there right now with Czech, so even though it's his first World Junior Championship, it looks like he'll get good opportunity to show something there, even as a first-year player there. Let me see now. That is going to be starting, if anybody wants to watch it, that is starting on Christmas Day, December 25th. So, yeah, it should be fun. I'm going to try to check some of that out. Number 6 is a kind of a personal item here. I have a podcast. It was called Habs Coast to Coast. We've changed the name, and it's now called A Couple of Guys Talking Habs. you can go to anchor.com and just search it out there. It is available on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, and like 3 or 4 other platforms. So wherever you listen to your podcast, check it out. A couple of guys talking Habs, and my microphone just fell, so hang on. Nope. There we go, back in business. Lose a few more chest hairs. I mean, that's all it is. Okay, enough of that. Next up, number 7. So we're going to do a few this day in history. So basically this week in history. I'm recording this on the 15th of December. So these go back a few days. I don't think I have anything for the 15th, but they go back to the 9th, I think. So we'll start with, December 9th, 1933. So going back a little ways, Howie Morenz, I know this involves Howie Morenz. So the Montreal Canadiens, Howie Morenz scores his 246th goal, and that's of his career. And Montreal in that game lost to Rangers 4-2. But this ties him with Cy Denny of the original Ottawa Senators, and that was for the most ever in NHL's history at that time. And he would pass him December 14th, same year, for his 247th. And when I wrote that down, I should have wrote who that was against, but I didn't. Next up, number 8, December 12th, 1953. Something happened. The Rocket scored a goal and added 2 assists in Montreal's 7-2 beatdown of the New York Rangers. It would give him 611 career points. And he would pass teammate Elmer Locke, who was out with injury at the time, for the league record. The Rocket would retire 6 seasons later with 966 points and 544 goals. At the time, I think that at the time, league records for both, but I know for goals, Habs records at the time. For the goals, I believe it was still league record, and he has since been passed by 31 players, I want to say. It may be 33 now, but in my head it says 31. So he's falling down on the list, obviously. Next up. Number 9, I got it right here. Number 9, December 14th, 1968. We got 2 items here, so 9 and 10. First one, Bobby Orr scores his first ever hat trick in a 10-5 beating of Chicago. He added 2 assists and combined with Ed Westfall for 9 points. And an interesting fact there, maybe you find it interesting, maybe not. Eddie Westfall would become the first captain of the New York Islanders. Now, I've got a question mark there on my paper because I remember this from hockey cards when I was a kid. I'm saying he was the first ever. I think he was the first ever. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I know if you go back to when I was a kid playing with cards, that's when they came into the league. So Ed Westfall was a pretty good player when he was with the Islanders. It was a garbage team at the beginning. But I just remember this from hockey cards when I was a kid. I got a lot of Ed Westfalls. I guess, he wasn't a star player, so you get a lot of them in the packs. So I remember that. And that's the reason why I put that in here. Next up, same night, Tony Esposito. Tony O, my very first hockey icon? Idol, that's it. And I was thinking about it, actually, just while I was writing this. I've never understood why a Chicago Blackhawk player, Montreal, everybody's a Montreal fan. But I forget, Tony O played here for his first season, and I must have hooked up in my head with that. And then I followed him until I discovered Guy Lafleur, and that's what happened. So Tony O gets his first shutout in a 25-save, 1-0 victory over Philadelphia. It was the first of his 5 wins for Montreal that season. Before, he was lost to the Blackhawks in the 1969 intra-league draft. That's how I wasn't sure why Montreal gave him up, and they didn't have a choice. It was an intra-league draft, 68. So for the expansion, I guess, and I don't know. I guess they had I don't know why Chicago, they didn't expand, but it was at that time anyway. I don't know, but I didn't know that was how they lost him. That it was a draft thing. I thought they had moved him somehow for some reason, and I didn't understand why. As much as I know a lot of stuff there's a lot of stuff I don't know. It's impossible to know everything, right? So there you go. I'm learning as I go along. That's what happens. Next up, December 9th, 1979. And I remember this, in a 7-5 loss to the Colorado Rockies, Guy Lafleur's assist extends his record-setting streak to 12 games, getting 15 assists up to that point in the 12 games, and beating Pete Mahovlich's record. Number 12, Guy Lafleur right now is battling cancer, so I don't even like to think about it. So, fingers crossed, I'm wishing him the best. Thoughts going out to Guy Lafleur at this time right now. Number 12, December 12th, 1987. I've got a question. I think I have it there too. Bobby Smith's 500 assists. The question mark is because I forgot to write it down here, and I'm remembering from the article I read that was it, but I do remember it. He was a member of the Habs, and let's see, he picked up his 500th career assist. It was among the 3 he had that night as Montreal beat Detroit 5-3. Next item up for bids on The Price is Right. December 9th, 1989, the NHL announces their plans to expand from 21 to 28 teams by the year 2000. They actually get to 30 by adding, in this order, San Jose in 91-92, and then decided to add Ottawa and Tampa Bay at the same time. So that's 92. Florida and Anaheim in 92-93. Nashville in 1998. The Atlanta Thrashers in 1999. And that got them to 28 teams. But then they added the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Minnesota Wild for the 2000 season. So they actually increased by 2 more than they thought. The Vegas Golden Knights were added, as we all know, in 2017. And the Seattle Kraken will be added for the 21-22 season to what did I put here? To bring the league up to 32 teams. At this point, to me, I know they want to go to Houston as well, but if you ask me, you move a team that's struggling and you move them to Houston. You don't bring in another team right now. The league's going to get watered down again. It's got a good product right now, and I don't want to see it just watered down. We'll be back to goon hockey because the players aren't good enough, and you have to grab and use the stick and all that, and that'll be what happens again. And I don't want to see that happen. So 32, that should be it. You want to go to Houston? Move a team there. That's my hot take, or that's my rant, whatever you want to call it. Next up, number 14. December 12th, 1997, former Hab Mark Recchi scores his 300th career goal, and that's in a 5-2 loss to New Jersey. Number 15, December 12th, 1999, Patrick Roy wins his 424th game. And sadly, and I mean really sadly, that's in a 3-2 Colorado win over Vancouver. He passed Tony Esposito for third place all time in wins. Just sad every time I got to mention one of his highlights. And he's a Colorado Rocky Avalanche at that point. December 12th, and this is the last one of the days in history, 2009, Alex Kovalev scores his 400th career goal, and that's in a 4-2 Ottawa Senators win versus Carolina Hurricanes. He had a hat trick and snapped a 16-goal goal drought. A 16-game goal drought. That's it. Say it 10 times fast. It also made him only the 4th Russian-born NHLer to score 400 goals in the NHL. So now that brings us to, it's a long way to get to here, but that's the top 25 under 25 list. So these were the top 25 Habs players in their system and on the team. So as long as they're under 25, they could make this list. So I just took the top 15. I added 2 because they're to keep your eye on, and we'll get to that. So you got Nick Suzuki and KK, Jesperi Kotkaniemi. They're already on the team. Suzuki definitely cemented. KK, I think this year will cement himself there, and so they're already there. Of course, they're the top 2. Cole Caulfield, number 3. Alex Romanov at number 4. Let me get my list here. You got Mattias Norlinder, that's the Swedish defenseman. At number 5, Caden Primo, goalie down in the AHL right now, who we've seen for a couple of games. At number 6, Victor Mete. At number 7, Caden Gooley at number 8. And if you notice, Caden Gooley's got a star. Ryan Palin at number 9. Some may be surprised, but he kind of dropped from 4, I think, to number 9. And after Palin, Jake Evans. Jake Evans, I think, will be the 4th line center to start. So I think it's between him and Palin, but we'll have to see. Let's see now. Cale Fleury at number 11, Noah Juleson at number 12, Jesse Ylonen at number 13, Josh Brook at number 14, Jayden Struble at number 15, and if anyone's wondering, it is Jordan Harris right behind at number 16, Jan Mysak at number 18, and Sean Farrell at number 21. They have stars, so does Struble. These are guys to keep your eye on. These are guys that should develop into NHLers. Don't know if they'll be stars on the Habs, but these are really good prospects here that I think will develop. There will be other guys too, and maybe one of these guys misses, but these are guys to keep your eye on, my opinion. Now, comes to my top 10. Go with number 10, and I'm going to drop him down 1 from that list, and that's Ryan Palin. And why? I just think, first of all, when he was drafted and everything, his projection really was a third-line center, or third-line player, so top 9, but a third-line player in the NHL. He had a couple of good tournaments and stuff like that, and I don't know, is he reverting back to that, or is he going to be a star that we were all hoping for? I don't think it's going to be the star that we are all hoping for. Do I think that he's a bust? No, he's only 21 or something. He's not a bust yet, but I think he needs to show something here. I dropped him down. He's still in the top 10. Next up. My list, not there. Caden Gooley, I dropped him down too, but not for a bad reason. I dropped him down and I put somebody ahead of him because Gooley is still really young, just starting out, not in the professional system yet, but I think he's going to be really good. I just dropped him down 1, and the guy ahead of him is Jake Evans, because I think Evans is going to make the team this year. I think he's going to make the team. I think that puts him ahead of Gooley. Maybe Gooley be a bigger star. I don't know. That's probably the case. But I just have it that way. I could be wrong. And if you flip it around, it's fine with me. Just that this is my opinion. Number 7, I don't change from there. I have Victor Mete. I like Mete. I don't know if I'm one of the few. I don't know. I like Mete. I like his skill set. He needs to get stronger up on top so that he can handle the bigger guys. He's a little bit on the small side. But I like the speed. I like the different look he offers than the big guys that I love the size of the team, but he offers a different look, and that's always good to have something different. So, you can't get teams can't prepare for you as easily. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but you know what I mean. So it's a different look on that defense, and I just like that. I think he still got a couple years to develop. He's only 22, I think, and I got him there. I think it's fine. Number 6, I dropped this guy down also 1, Norlinder. I like Norlinder. I think he'll be here in I think he's got to be in the SHL for 2 more seasons, got a contract. I think that's how it is. He'll be here after that. Does he make the team? Does he go to the AHL? Don't know. This kid's going to be, I think, like a sure thing. I could have put a star there but I think, these guys here we already know. Keep an eye on them. I think he's going to be good. The way he's risen up through the ranks of this, the way the highlights I've seen of him, the stuff I've read about him, he's going to be a good player. So he may actually end up better than the guy ahead. I don't know. I don't think so, though. I think maybe even. So I just dropped him down because I think Primo, who's played 2 games, looks good. I think he'll be here. If Seattle picks Jake Allen in the expansion draft, we're going to get Primo probably up here earlier than we thought. He should be the guy. I think he's got the talent to be the guy that replaces Carey Price. Going to be a really good goalie. I think he's got that same kind of talent level. So, again, you can flip them. It's fine. Next up, and the same thing here. I got Caulfield in 4. I love Cole Caulfield. Nobody can accuse me of not. I just think that the guy up ahead of him, Romanov, who was behind him in the other list, I just think because he's going to be here this season, I think he's going to be a great player as well. I think they're going to be about the same kind of talent level as well. So I think the fact that he gets here quicker puts him, to me, higher on this list. And you can flip him around, but Caulfield, I love. I can't wait to see that shot from him. Excuse me. A lot of people not sure of him, but he's the kind of guy, he manages no matter where he goes, what level he's playing at. He finds his way. He struggled a little bit at the beginning of college this season, and he found his way pretty quickly. And yeah, I think he's going to have a great World Junior Championship. He's going to be a great player. But I think the same thing from Romanov. I think Romanov's a little underrated, and I think we're going to see some really good things from Romanov. So, but I mean, like I said, flip them to how they are there, and it's fine with me. And I have to say, I got to agree with KK and Suzuki as the top. I think Suzuki right now is head and shoulders above all these guys because he had a really great rookie season. Maybe I'm exaggerating that head and shoulders thing, but he's above everybody else because he's promising. His ceiling looks bigger than everybody else, and he's doing it right now. I got a prediction video out, so if you haven't seen that yet, 12 predictions about Nick Suzuki's career, and I think he's going to be a great player, and I don't think he's going to slow down. I don't think in his sophomore year he's going to slow down. I just think he's going to be a great player, maybe even a point a game this season. He's definitely at the top of the list. KK, I think, will be a good year. Will it be his breakout year? I'm not sure, but he's going to come close to that at very worst, I think. But I think he's going to have a good year. He's going to stay in the third line right now this year. I don't see that changing, but I think he's going to show us that he is now NHL ready, and he's only going to get better from there. So there you go. That's my picks for the top 10. Don't have time to do more than that. Let me know what you think in the comment section about that, where you would have people and any of the other stories I said. Let me know what you think about that. And that's in the comment section. Give a thumbs up if you like the video, like that. That's also down there. And if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Ring that notifications bell, and that'll get you your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. Thank you for the members who watch. Morgan Burton, Rob Dufour, Robert Dufour, Rob Adario, Goalie Girls Rule, that's Jeff, NHL Hockey News, and Lee Max, and I know Gaza. I know I'm forgetting a couple. Two of my sons are in there. Don't ask me what their names are because I don't know. And yeah, there you go. So thanks, members. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all, and I will see you next video. Bye, everybody. Depending when you're watching it, good night, good evening, good day, good morning. I don't know, depending when you're watching it. Have a great one. See you soon. Bye.